What's going on, people? What's going on? I hope you guys are well. What's going on? Salute, Brendan. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get this chat going, man. Hope you guys are well. Anyone wants to jump on is more than welcome jumping on. Guys, if you want to jump on, here you go. What's good? What's good? I've just put the thing in the chat. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on, guys. You sort this out. Anyone? Sup? Jovan, what's going on? Marcus Johnson, I hope you're well. Ahmed, brother, I hope you're good. Anyone wants to come on, you're more than welcome to hop on. Smash the like. Oh, yes, I've got someone. EK. What's going on, EK? EK? EK, you there? EK? EK's not there. I don't know where EK's gone.
Yo, Salam, can you hear me?
Well, Islam, man. I'm all good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. Sorry my mic was off. Didn't even notice.
No worries, man. No worries. Yeah. You know what? I thought I'd do a live today. We talk some boxing. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit disappointed with this Charlo Selecki fight. I'm a bit pissed off, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
What a
Like,
terrible fight. What a terrible fight. Terrible
I mean,
fight.
it was like on the cards because like the two different platforms, the DAZN and PBC, or like it's never gonna work.
Still,
So
we expect better than that. We expect better than that, EK. We do expect better than
yeah,
that. You know, like Canelo Alvarez gets criticism for fighting Bivol. He gets criticism for fighting Billy Joe, Callum Smith. This guy's fighting Selecki.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, like,
Selecki's an old timer now, man. Selecki's, yeah, you know, no, I'm not happy. I'm not impressed with this Selecki performance. I'm not happy at all. I'm actually
yeah. I
fuming.
mean,
I'm actually fuming, EK.
so who would you rather Charlo fight? I mean,
Anyone,
obviously, no one.
Jacob,
Yeah, no, but
Jacobs, I'd
yeah,
rather him fight Jacobs. You know what I mean? Even if Jacobs is washed, I'd rather see that. Why do I want to see him fight a washed up who was never like you know? I don't like disrespecting fighters like that, but the fact is, Selecki's not he's not a top brass fighter, man.
yeah.
He's not a
But I
top
feel like it's
brass
just
fighter. You know what
stay.
I mean?
It's just a stay busy fight for Charlo, right? Because they're probably like lining it up for like one of those fights, maybe down the year or down a few months later. But like, I feel like Charlo's like, you know, I don't know. They're probably just trying to keep him busy because they probably put all their effort in the Canelo deal with Charlo, right? So they're probably just trying to do what they can with who they have. And Jacobs like just fought recently, so he probably needs to recover. I don't know who else is available. What's that guy's name? And never gonna work, especially if they're not famous, because like no one's Al Heyman's not gonna risk
Yeah, but the thing
his
is with
best
the
fighter.
Munguia fight, EK. The thing is with the Munguia fight. Munguia, Oscar De La Hoya was said that he wanted to make that fight. He just wanted to share it. You know what I mean? But now, what you got to understand is Munguia is not in control. Munguia is not in control. It's Oscar De La Hoya that's in control, right?
Yeah,
So we can't blame Munguia. The fact is, why weren't Showtime willing to share the broadcast? Because that's what they wanted effectively in order to make the fight. So I don't know. It's just this is horrible, horrible. Like, you know, boxing is like hurting itself. We're not getting these big fights. We're not getting these guys getting in the ring with each other. It's terrible, man. It's not good for the sport. Not good for the sport. I don't think.
yeah, because I think they're all trying to like blacklist DAZN. In the beginning, I thought they were all trying to blacklist DAZN as like a subscription pay-per-view, but DAZN has pay-per-view now too, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like that was a whole like doesn't people like DAZN because they don't want to pay like $80 or $60. DAZN went down that route, but like makes it easier for fights to happen. But like
Yeah.
there's, but like you know, not everything's a pay-per-view fight. it is a pay-per-view. Like, not every fighter or every fight is a pay-per, especially if Charlo is fighting Munguia. Like, I don't really see them as both as like superstars of the sport. So like, there's not enough money for the PBC to, like, when Tyson Fury and Wilder fought,
Wilder, Wilder. Yeah,
there
I
was a
get
lot
what
of
you're
money.
saying.
Yeah, there was a lot of money at stake, so the fight had to happen. Like, no one's really, like, there's not enough money behind Charlo or Munguia, to be honest, for different platforms to risk that much. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
that's why.
the thing is, though, I don't have no sympathy for Charlo because he turned down an Andrade fight. Andrade fight was there for him. And Andrade was calling out for that fight, and Charlo turned that fight down. You know what I mean? So everyone
Yeah.
knows that Andrade wanted that fight.
But
So
the
I have
same
no
thing
sympathy
again,
for that fight.
yeah, I think what's killing boxing the most is all these different promotional companies. Like, the same story happened with that, because like DAZN and PBC again, like Boo Boo Andrade's on DAZN, and all
Yeah, but
these.
remember, EK, remember Eddie Hearn said that they were willing to let Andrade go and fight him on Fox, but
I see, I see.
they never sent him an offer. They never sent him an
Yeah,
offer.
to be honest,
What,
I don't
they
know. Like,
sent Munguia an offer. Why didn't they send Andrade an offer? A one
yeah,
fight deal offer.
for sure, yeah.
It's rubbish, man. It's rubbish. Like they're trying to con us, man. It's rubbish, man. It's no good. It's no good. It's like I've not been excited for an Andrade and Charlo fight ever. It's always depressing. It's always like rubbish. They're not giving us good fights, man. They're giving us terrible fights. It's not good for the sport of boxing. It's damaging the sport of boxing, in my opinion. These fights, nobody type fights, like awful fights, awful fights. Guys, if anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. I'm not happy, man. I want to get your thoughts. I want to get what you guys have to say. Anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on, man. I want to know your thoughts about this because I'm fuming. I'm fuming. I'm not happy with this situation. I think it's terrible. I don't think it's good for the sport. I want to see the best fight the best, and we're not getting that. We're not getting the best fight in the best. Unfortunately, it's a joke. It's a joke right now. Anyone wants to come on, the link's in the description. You're more than welcome to hop on and give your thoughts. But yeah, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. The sport for me is look, boxing's a massive sport, so it'll never die, so to speak. But I think it's getting to the point now where a lot of people are getting frustrated and irritated with the sport. They want to see proper fights. We don't get proper fights. There's one or two guys that fight stiff competition, and the rest are all like not fighting each other, all protecting their role, trying to make money. It's not good. It's damaging for the sport. It's not healthy, in my opinion. So I just want to see these guys fight each other. The best fight the best. That's how it was in the olden days. The guys, the best used to fight the best. Unfortunately, we don't get that anymore in this sport. It is what it is. The best, unfortunately, aren't fighting the best. And until the best start fighting the best, the sport's not gonna the sport's gonna die. It's gonna die in terms of the reason why these guys aren't superstars like the olden days is because the olden days those guys used to fight each other. The best used to fight the best, and that's why there was more stars. When you have epic fights and guys going back and having wars and great fights, that's when we build stars. That's how we create stars, not fighting second tier opposition. That's just like that's not, nobody wants that. No, that's rubbish. We want to see the best fight the best, and unfortunately, the best aren't fighting the best at this moment. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's not good. It's not good at all. Guys, whoever wants to jump in, you're more than welcome to jump in. I'm waiting for you guys to jump on, so we can have a good debate. Anyone wants to jump on, guys? Everyone in the live stream, you can smash the like button. It'll be great. Ray, if you want to jump on, if you're in the chat, you're more than welcome to jump on, bro. And we can talk boxing. But yeah, man, disappointed with the you know, the fact that we're not getting these these big, you know, we're not getting big fights. We're getting these rubbish, you know, I don't know what to call them. I don't know what to call them, man. But yeah, anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. Waiting for you guys to hop on, and we can start talking some boxing. But yeah, get your questions in. Get your questions in, guys. Where's Christian? I don't know. Christian's, to be honest, Christian's quite peed off as well. Christian's like, boxing's terrible. You know what I mean? He was messaging me saying, this is terrible, terrible. You know, Charlo fighting Selecki, even he's peed off right now. It's not good, man. It's not good. It's terrible. Blessings. Ramiro's in the house. Jesse's in the house. What's going on, brothers? Guys, I'm leaving a link in the description. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. Guys, feel free to jump on, give your thoughts about this news. I want to know your opinions. I want to know what you think about Charlo, about all of this going on in boxing. Canelo fighting Bivol. Let's break it down. Let's jump on, guys. Jump on. Anyone wants to jump on, give their take, give their thoughts. I'm more than welcome to jump on, man. I'm looking forward to having you guys on. I haven't had you on for a while. Crawford to beat Jermall Charlo one day. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. If Charlo fights one time this year, he's just saving his. Oh yeah, you know what? You know what? It's terrible. It's terrible. True King is terrible. What can I say? What can I say apart from, you know, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So Ahmed says Crawford to beat Jermall. There's a good chance of that, actually. I think Crawford is a special talent. He could beat him. What I told you, my friend, you did tell me. You did tell me. Ducky H says, hey, Imran, huge undercard fight. Blair Flair Clubs v. Rocha. It's a great matchup. You know what? Again, you know, Blair Flair Clubs. You know, he's an old guy, man. He's, what is he, 33, I heard. Blair Flair Clubs. He's 33. 32 years of age. Get a move on. Lee Wood v. Conlon fight. Last bell boxing in the house. Fight of the year. It definitely was. What a fight that was. That was a great fight. Great fight. Wood showed a lot of heart in that fight. He got dropped early in the fight and then came back, man. He didn't give up. Fair play to him. That was a great fight. Great fight. Great fight. What a fight. You know, I have to give that was some fight. Epic fight. Jermall is embarrassing Jermall. Yeah, he is. Jermall is embarrassing Jermall. His younger brother, the Jermall, is putting in the work. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the work. So Ramiro Flores said, Rocha is from my hometown. Rocha is from my hometown here in Southern California. You know, Rocha. I think Blair Flair Clubs, you know, 32 years of age, he needs to get a move on. You know what I mean? Otherwise, his career is going to pass away. Wood is world class. Santa Cruz next. Yeah, I'd like to see him fight Santa Cruz next. I'd like to see him fight Mauricio Lara next. That ain't a bad fight, is it, Carl? Mauricio Lara. You know, I actually think Mauricio Lara is probably the best featherweight out there. I don't know who could beat Mauricio Lara. The guy's a monster. He might be the best featherweight out there. I don't know whether they're not going to be queuing up to fight Mauricio Lara. Lara's an absolute beast. I'd love to see Lara fight any of those guys. I'm not sure anyone's going to be queuing up, though. Did Andre Ward say Bivol will get robbed from the judges? Did he say that? Did Andre Ward say that Bivol will get robbed? Well, Kovalev got jobbed against Andre Ward, didn't he? Hey, what's going on, Burning Desire? I hope you're good. I love Lara. Lara's a monster. Lara's a monster. I think he's a problem. I think he might be the best. I think he's the best featherweight in the world. Who's going to beat him? Who's going to beat Lara? with that punching power, that tenacity. Who's beating Lara? Burning Desire. You tell me, who's beating Lara? Who's gonna go near Lara? You have to be a very exceptional boxer. You have to fight a punch perfect fight against Lara. Otherwise, he's gonna chin you. Lara v Warrington. I want that again. Yeah, I think he batters Warrington. Warrington's, Wood's better than Warrington, in my opinion. Wood's better than Warrington. He's a better boxer. Unfortunately for Wood, he gets hit a lot. You know what I mean? In that fight, I couldn't believe how much Conlon landed on him. You know what I mean? And if Lara lands like that, because Conlon's not a big puncher, if Lara lands on you, it's good night Vienna. It's good night Vienna. Makai's in the house. What's going on, Makai?
What's up, Imran? How you been?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You been busy?
Yeah, I've been quite busy, to be fair. Quite busy. Just been catching up. Just thought I'd catch up with you guys and speak to some of you guys on the stream. I haven't spoke to some of you for a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. It's
been about 2 weeks, yeah. So I thought I definitely wanted to catch up with some boxing, get your guys' opinion on it. But yeah, let's the breaking news: Charlo to fight Selecki next. What a terrible fight! What a terrible bomb fight!
Yeah, it's obviously they did try and get that Munguia fight. Obviously, yeah. I knew that fight wasn't going to happen anyway. I'm pretty sure you did as well.
Yeah. It was too good to be true.
Too good to be true. And the zone, PBC, you just know there was never going to work out. That's what I thought was going to stop the fight, and I was right. But I mean, even if the Munguia fight fell through, but Selecki, there's Eubank. There's Adamas. There's just so many more better names. There's even Lara. Even
what about Jacobs? I rather him fight Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs. Selecki, man, that's poor. That's horrible. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to big up Selecki. I was saying, yeah, Selecki's only two losses are against Jacobs and Andrade. Two top guys. They're trying to make out that he's a contender. Come on, he's not. Let's be real here. He's not. There's a lot more better fights.
Yeah. Your Carl hits the nail on the head. He goes almost as bad as Conor Benn, but even worse because Conor Benn's a prospect. He's not a world champion. This guy's a world champion. This guy is picking. He's fought but don't get me wrong. Charlo's fought some decent operators. He's fought Rosado. He's fought what's that other guy? Austin Trout. He's fought who else has Charlo fought?
Charlo's 154 run is actually not that bad.
160.
154 run. He's 154 run isn't actually that bad. But then he moved up to 160. It's just been a stinker, really, man.
It's been terrible. It's been terrible. His brother Jermall, right? He's doing the business right now. He's fighting Castano again. That fight's been made official. So I gotta give Jermall a lot of credit.
And I mean, Tim Tszyu.
What about Tim Tszyu? He's fighting. He's fighting. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Terrell Gorsha.
Oh
So it's a good step up for him and everything. He's Tim Tszyu is a mandatory for the WBO. So the winner of that fight is then going to be fighting Tim Tszyu. So whoever's got all the belts at 154, they're in for a very tough run. When you look at the mandatories, the fighters coming up in that division, man, it's a good division, very good.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. Did you see that Conlon Wood fight?
I watched it, but a few hours into the actual card, I had was it a sickness bug, something like that?
Right, okay.
I didn't know what you call them. Yeah, I felt like crap. I was non-stop puking, so it was on, but I wasn't really watching it. I had a horrible night. on that time. It was awful. I
better,
didn't
man.
even. Yeah. No, I'm a lot better now, but it was terrible, man. Like just non-stop. So I didn't really get to, like, even when I saw Wood get Conlan out in the 12th round, I wasn't even surprised or anything. I was just not focused at all, mate. It was I had like a big bucket next to me and everything, like weighing. Yeah, it was. Oh god, man, it was
I
horrible.
hope you're better now, man. I hope you're
Yeah,
better.
I'm better now, thanks. But yeah, it was. So I didn't actually get to enjoy the fire or anything. So when I woke up the next day, obviously I felt a little bit better. So then obviously I rewatched it. And man, what a fight! Lee Wood, he is tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
He's a tough guy. You know, he was taking a lot of big punches at the start from Conlan, big ones as well. But he worked through it and just broke Conlan down, really.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he was too big. I think he was too big for Conlan. Like he was just. I think Conlan was better boxer than him. He was outboxing him, and I had him up on the cards. But I just think Wood was just too big. He just outstrengthed him, muscled him, and kind of like wore him down in a way.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Maurizio Lara v Lee Wood. Who have you got?
Right, Lee Wood, man, he's tough.
Yeah,
but Lara, he's got some different kind of power, man.
Yeah.
He's got different kind of power.
I think Lara might beat every single featherweight. You know. Who could beat that guy? Who could beat that guy? He's tough. He's got a punch. I don't know.
I think Magasayo and Navarrete.
Yeah.
I think those two might beat him.
Yeah. I don't know about Magasayo. I think Navarrete. I think
it should be with Navarrete, man. Like obviously he's very, first of all, he's very big for that division. Power. Yeah. He's got power. He doesn't even know how to use his power properly as well, because how he throws his punches, and he's still very powerful. If he learned how to actually use his power more, like he'd be even better. But I think then again, it actually could make him worse because of how his style is. He's very awkward. Like you can't really prepare for someone like Navarrete because just how he throws combinations. Like, he's just very unorthodox. Like just how he throws. He's like a Pacquiao in a way. Obviously, he's not like Pacquiao, but those two fighters, you can't really prepare for them. If you know what I mean, it's like that. You can't really prepare for someone like Navarrete, really. I mean, because he's so awkward.
Do you think they'll go anywhere near Lara? Warrington will just fight. Well, Warrington's fighting Martinez, isn't he? So if he wins that fight, they'll probably fight. Lee Wood and him will probably fight an unification fight.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's probably the. Oh, I mean, Hearn, he's talking about Lee Wood fighting the winner of Warrington and Martinez, but obviously Wood, because he hasn't got the full WBA belt, which is beyond me. I don't know how Santa Cruz has still got that full belt, but yeah, he wants the Santa Cruz fight. So, I mean, I like those fights, but to answer your question about Warrington, I don't think he'll go anywhere near Lara if he I
don't even think I don't even think Wood would go near Lara, to be honest. It's too dangerous, man. The guy punches too hard, you know. And the thing is with Wood's a good fighter. Like but the problem is to beat Lara, you have to fight a punch perfect fight because the guy's so tough, and if he hits you, it's game over. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he reminds me not so much of the style, but he reminds me a bit of Marcus Maidana, the way, you know how he can change a fight with one punch.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, absolutely.
He's just like, you know how Maidana was so crude, he just didn't give a crap. He came forward and he just had tough as nails. And yeah, man, the guy's a bit, the guy's a bit cut from the same cloth. Problem. I think he's a problem.
Yeah, he's also just such an awful matchup for everyone, really. I mean,
yeah, he is. Yeah,
for most of the featherweights. I mean, Warrington, he's a horrible matchup for someone like Warrington. Because Warrington, he's not. He's a brawler. He's a brawler, isn't he? He doesn't really have a lot of power, and Lara. I mean, he's not just a brawler. He can do other stuff as well. But I mean, he's got power, man. He's tough.
Yeah,
he's got a good engine as well. very, very tough. Which is a very tough matchup for most heavyweights.
Yeah, I do agree. So Burning Desire says, does Kid Galahad stand a chance against Lara? If not, is that your opinion due to his KO loss? No, I think Lara knocks him out. I don't.
Yeah, Kid Galahad. He's moving up now, isn't he? Anyway,
Yeah,
because I mean, he's
he
looking.
could outbox him. He's a good boxer, Galahad, but
Yeah,
he'll
he's
get
good.
chinned, man. He'll get chinned.
Oh
Kiko
yeah,
chinned him. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely, exactly, man.
Kiko
Like, yeah.
chinned him. So I don't think he'll get chinned. Lara's too
I
much.
mean, I was watching the Lara fight live actually, because he looked like he was gassing. He was getting hurt to the body. Yeah, and then
But
out of nowhere,
came
he just
back.
flipping. It's like he just woke up and flipping, just unloaded on him, and like in the last second, I think it was like some uppercut, and like the guy didn't the opponent almost do like a backflip or something when he hit him. Like it was insane.
You know who Lara reminds me of? Like, you know how it is, like these type of guys, like Lara reminds me of, he has the kind of traits that, Maidana, Carl Froch had. Even when these guys were hurt, right, their recovery would be so quick and they would recover so quick, right? And they'd come back, they'd almost turn into Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
They're both like,
it was
Froch
insane.
and Maidana was similar, like in the sense that, when you hurt Froch, he'd get back up and he was so tough. The same with Maidana. Maidana was put down so many times in his career. Froch was put down a couple of times. But they recover so quickly. It's almost as if they don't even get hurt. Porter was a little bit like that as well.
Yeah.
Like they just recover so quickly, like nothing's happened. And that's what made them very dangerous. Maidana was a beast. Like he was one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah,
I
and
miss him.
do you know Navarrete and Lara are actually sparring partners? They're actually like friends.
Navarrete and Lara.
Yeah, Navarrete. I forgot to tell
I
you.
wouldn't mind seeing that fight, Makai.
But I feel if let's just say Lara picked a belt up, then they would fight. But he ain't got a belt, so I don't think Navarrete will try and fight him.
Who's going to fight? Lara should have a belt though, because Warrington shouldn't be fighting for that belt. It should be Lara.
Yeah, it should be Lara. I'll tell you what, I'd give Warrington respect if he beats Kiko.
Yeah.
If he gives the third fight, takes the third fight with Lara.
I don't think
he's gonna do it, but you'd get my respect at least for that, because he obviously what he done in the rematch, the headbutts and everything.
Yeah, I wanna ask you this, Makai. I wanna come on to Canelo. He's fighting Bivol, right? That is a very, very difficult fight, right? A lot of some people think that Bivol is gonna do Canelo here in this big fight in May. I'm very intrigued, and actually for Canelo, this may be a banana skin. A lot of people are overlooking Bivol. I know you actually think Bivol beats him, right?
Yeah, I think but I think Bivol. I think he's all wrong for Canelo, man. This is a guy. He's got obviously he's got a longer reach. He's taller, but obviously that doesn't mean anything at times anyway against Canelo. But he actually knows how to use it. He knows how to use his jab. He's got great footwork. He's a great boxer. He's got good IQ. He's not a dumb fighter. He won't make silly mistakes like Saunders did, like Plant did. Like he's a very smart boxer. He's very, very technical. The European style as well, Eastern European style. Yeah, I think he's all wrong for Canelo.
You know what? I've got Canelo winning the fight, but you know what? As the fight's getting thing, I'm looking at Bivol training, and Bivol's massive. He's massive, and not just that, he's a good boxer. It's looking like a much more difficult a task than what it initially looked. I'm really intrigued about this fight. If Canelo wins this fight, all the cherry picking business and all Canelo's cherry picking needs to go out the window.
Oh yeah, I mean, they shouldn't really be saying that anyway. But I mean, trust me. If let's just say Canelo knocked Bivol out, people will still be saying it.
Yeah, of
but,
course.
That's just how they are. But like, I was even watching a couple of fights of Bivol. Like, even when Bivol, like, he's always ready for like the opponent to throw back. Like, he's always aware of like the counters and everything. Like, he's just so technical, man. He's just very smart. Like, I was watching the Pascal fight. Obviously, Pascal, Pascal, he kind of like makes you come at him, doesn't he? And then he like kind of like wings in a hook, like to try and counter you, like get him with a big shot. Like, Bivol was just so aware of it at times. When he'd throw his jab, he'd always like move back a little. He'd always be moving his head. Like, he just always be on point with everything. And obviously, like, that's how I feel Canelo will try and fight him. He'll try and obviously counter him and everything, slip through his punches. He will try and bully him, maybe like just walk forward. But Bivol, you know, he's got the footwork and everything, the jab. Like, I just think he's all wrong for Canelo. Honestly, I'll be surprised if Canelo knocks him out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's gonna be. I think that's a proper legacy fight for Canelo.
Proper.
A lot of people seem to think that, you know, that could be a banana skin for Canelo.
Yeah, Bivol's not really. Sorry. What was that? Sorry about someone's at the door.
No worries. I'm really looking forward to that fight. I think we're gonna find out how good, how much Canelo has improved since Floyd, because this is a very 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 difficult fight against a very skilled fighter, big guy as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this one. Really.
What I actually was surprised is the face off they had. I didn't like. Bill doesn't even look that much bigger than him. Like height wise.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by that. I was like, it was very weird. I thought Bill was a bit taller than him still. Like, obviously not like Callum Smith tall, but like they look near enough the same height. It was weird seeing that. But obviously it still don't change how I feel. I still think Bill, you know, he's all wrong for him, really, man.
I want to ask you a few questions, Mackay. So, do you think Eubank will win a world title?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. I mean, when you need to look at the division now. I mean, you've got Janabek, who's probably going to have that WBO belt. I'm very high on Janabek. You've got Golovkin. I mean, maybe if Golovkin beats Murata, or it doesn't really matter what goes on in the Canelo fight. If he wins or loses, I think he'll just retire, and that's at super middleweight. So maybe Eubank can pick up a vacant belt. But it'll depend on who he fights though for it. That's the thing.
Do you think those Billy Joe photos? So Robert Harrison's asking, do you think those Billy Joe photos were manipulated to make him look fat?
Yeah, no. Well, no. That's the actual photo. He is still
Overweight.
Yeah, he is still overweight. But people did edit it a little, made him look made him look really big, and people are falling for it.
I want to ask you about Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. Who wins that fight?
I think Shakur Stevenson. But I mean, do you think it's going to be an entertaining fight?
If Shakur dominates it, then probably not. No.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll be a bit like the
fighter, is he?
Yeah, he's not really exciting, you know. And Valdez has got power, so it's not like Shakur's going to be walking forward like he was against Heron or anything, you know. Because that fight was actually, you know, it was quite entertaining. That wasn't boring, but he's not going to do it with Valdez because Valdez has got power. He can counter well. He's fast. So, you know, Shakur will be on the back foot, just use his jab and everything. And I think when Valdez gets close, Shakur will grab and hold. You know, just that old style, like the Klitschko style, things like that. Honestly, I know it sounds boring and a bad like prediction, but honestly, that's how I see Shakur fighting him. Like a bit like the Joe Gonzalez fight. When Gonzalez would attack, he'd slip a few, and then he'd just hold. Just that's what I think it will be. But
apparently Virgil Ortiz has pulled out the fight this weekend against Michael Mickinson.
Yeah, I saw that. It's not telling us why he's pulled out though.
No, it's not. Let me get it up here. I don't know why.
I mean, I wasn't really looking forward to the fight. I was looking forward to see Virgil though.
Yeah, that's disappointed me, to be honest. I was actually looking forward to it. That's really frustrated me actually, because I was
I'm glad for McKinson though, man.
yeah, yeah,
He had
yeah.
his opportunity still.
Imagine he must be
McKinson's nice guy.
gutted right now.
Very.
He must be gutted. Imagine.
Apparently they're trying to find a replacement for him, but I mean, is there any point?
Little Penny, what's going on?
Hey Ron, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good man. Hey man, what happened to Amir Khan, bro? I thought he was
happened?
going to win, man. I was rooting for him.
We spoke about that after. We spoke about that, man. We spoke about that after Little Penny. He was shot. We did a live stream after that. And
So was Kel Brook there.
yeah, but he was worse, man. Did you not see him?
Yeah, I
He
saw that in the
looked bad,
casino.
man.
Hey bro, I saw that in the casino.
What is it?
It was early in the morning, right? But there was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
35 people there. Most of them were Brits. And I think
Yeah.
some of them were going for Amir Khan. It was 50-50.
Yeah, it was bad, man. It wasn't a good to watch. I had like my cousins over and stuff, and they were
Yeah,
like, this guy's shot to pieces, man. What's he doing inside the ring? You know what I mean? He looked bad, man. Like he totally looked past. He looked like really looked bad, man. He looked terrible.
He had a good career though. Just shout out to
Yeah.
Mackay.
You have to give
Yeah,
him
what's
his
up, little Penny
flowers.
man?
Hey man, great
You have to
career,
give-
man.
yeah,
Great.
you have to give him his flowers. He did have a very good
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Like took on everybody,
Yeah.
and I've always enjoyed watching Amir Khan fight because you never knew what was going to happen,
Yeah.
and I like that. Like kind of like Marquez Pacquiao. You don't know, like, because Marquez was such a great fighter, you don't know what's going to happen, and I love those fights.
Yeah. I wish he was a little bit more dedicated in his prime, a little bit more. I think he could have done a lot more.
But Imran, with his religion, wasn't he dedicated?
I don't know. I feel like he was like I feel like he wasn't dedicated like Mayweather and Pacquiao to the sport. To be honest, I think he was like doing others. He was probably like in maybe like more of a celebrity, a little bit of a celebrity at times. But
Imran, do you think he
nevertheless,
got married? Imran, do you think he
Yeah.
got married too early?
possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly that might have not helped. That might have not. But Little Penny, I want to ask you a question. This Jermall Charlo fighting Selecki, what the heck is going off here?
Yeah, man. So the one at 154, yeah?
No, 160.
Or
guy.
160. Or 160, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
160. 154 is fighting Castano. He's fighting the
Castano.
undisputed. But Selecki, Jermall is fighting Selecki.
Oh man, was he going to fight Caleb Plant?
Yeah, there was
Yeah, I
rumors
heard
about
about that.
Caleb Plant. There's rumors about Munguia. There's obviously Canelo. Bloody hell, it's gone all pear-shaped, hasn't
Do
it?
you know what else is really gutting about the Munguia one? Right.
Yeah,
Because he had two options. It was to fight Janabek
yeah,
for the WBO interim,
yeah,
or obviously to fight Charlo.
yeah,
He pulled out the Munguia one because because him and Charlo agreed to terms.
yeah,
The fight, but then
Yeah.
obviously we know what happened there. So now he's obviously out of the Charlo fight and he can't get the Janabek fight.
Hmm.
And I heard they pulled out of the Adamas fight because the WBC they mandated that fight.
Hmm.
It was apparently supposed to happen today, but then Munguia pulled out of it. So what the hell is going on with Munguia's career at the moment? Like he's just had 3 opportunities in the space of 2 weeks, and in the space of 2 weeks, and he's turned them all down. Like I don't know what's going on with him. Those 3 are both great fights. Well, Adamas obviously wasn't really that exciting, but I mean I'd rather that than the next guy he's probably going to fight.
It's terrible. It's terrible what's happening in boxing right now. Like these guys aren't fighting each other. Andre's fighting Zach Parker. Charlo's fighting Selecki, right? Benavidez is fighting Lemieux. Caleb Plant is going to fight Anthony Durrell. They're giving us second string fights.
Imran,
Yeah.
to me, it's just the middleweight division, really. I mean, that division's sucked for ages now. I mean, we've got Golovkin face Murata. That's basically
It's
it.
not bad. That's not
basically
bad.
it, really.
That's a
Yeah,
good fight. So
I like that fight. I like that fight. You know, I mean, you know, people ain't really giving Golovkin credit. I mean, he's going to Japan, fighting in his hometown at the age of like 40. Like, right, obviously, I know you guys probably think Charlo and Andrade are better than Murata, but I mean, there's no actual factual proof of that being true because both of them, they haven't really fought anyone great. It's just an opinion, really, isn't it? I mean, in my opinion, I do think they're better, but I mean, that's just an opinion, really. It's not actually like it's factual or anything. Murata, he's had 2 losses. He lost in the dam, but I thought he won. People thought he won that, but he rematched him and obviously won. The Rob Brandt fight, he lost that, and then he rematched him and then took him out inside 3 rounds. So Murata's actually more battle tested, more experienced than those guys.
Changing topics completely. Have you seen the AJ and Joe Joyce beef?
Yeah, I like that fight.
Who wins? Who wins?
I think Joe Joyce.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, I do.
Wow. He's very easy to hit though, Mackay. I'm thinking maybe AJ will knock him out.
But the thing is, Joe Joyce has got a granite chin. If he takes AJ's power, he could gas AJ later on in that fight.
Can he take AJ's power?
He's got a granite chin. From what I've seen of him so far, that guy's got a granite chin.
He's got great recovery.
B to C plus fighters, but AJ, he's got different power. He's got knockout power himself. Not as big as say Wilder, but his knockout power is not bad.
I mean, who hits harder, him or
I would favor
AJ?
I'd favor AJ to win, but I do think Joyce could be trouble. Like Joe Joyce just looks so terrible, you know, to the eye. He looks horrible to watch, but he's effective.
Yeah. It's like Margarito, dude. If you can't get him out by the 6th round, he's gonna keep on coming.
Yeah. Margarito was a pain in the backside as well.
Yeah,
he was a pain. He was a good fighter, Margarito. I think a lot of people lost respect for Margarito because after the Cotto situation. But yeah, Margarito
that wasn't proven though. Imran, like the one that it was the Mosley fight you're really talking about where he got caught. The Cotto one, I don't know. Who knows, man? Like,
yeah.
You never know. Like,
yeah, true. You got a good point. Yeah, you never know. What do you guys think about Spence and Ugas? That fight's gone a bit under the radar, hasn't it?
That's a great fight. Mackay Imran, I'm actually going for Ugas on this by a small margin because Spencer's got too many unknowns, man. Like I don't know if it will stack up.
Well, the fight's happening on April 16th. So we're almost 2 months away. No, sorry, next month. No, 1 month. I'm in February.
Quite good fights.
Yeah, so April's it's got some great fights.
Yeah,
and then May we got the big one, Canelo Bivol. I can't wait for that,
man.
That's a great fight. That is a great.
Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano in April as well.
That's a good one. That's a good. You know, that's the first time I'm actually looking forward to like a big female fight. You know, like I'm actually looking forward to it. Like, I actually think that's going to be a good fight.
Actually, if I had to pick. Because there's another fight, Valdez versus Stevenson.
Yeah.
Both of them were on pay-per-view and had a choice between the two. I'm gonna buy the Katie Taylor fight because the undercard on that fight is good too. It's got Jesse Vargas versus
Liam Smith.
Yeah. That's a good undercard.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to those fights. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Who are you favoring in fighting run? Taylor Serrano.
Serrano. She's fresh.
Really?
Taylor's old. Yeah, Taylor's old.
Okay, we're different on this one. I got Katie Taylor.
Is it? I think Kaylee's kind of old.
Yeah.
I think she's old. She's past it now, I think.
But she always finds ways to win, though. Like, I'll give you an example. That Natasha Jonas fight, It was 50-50, right? Coming into the 8th. I thought it was 4-4, right? And then Katie Taylor just dug deep, and just that last 2 rounds, she showed me what a champion should do in the championship rounds. Like, he dug deep and actually won those 2 rounds and beat her.
But she lost against that Pursuit that first time, without question.
You think so?
Yeah,
that fight was
what do you
good.
think?
I thought it was. Because the thing is, like, you got to give some points on like ring generalship, and Pursuit didn't have any of that, right? She was just coming in, like, no defense. But I got to admit, she did connect a lot. I thought it was a draw, Imran. I thought it was a draw, and it was a great fight too, man. Madison Square Garden was like, they were cheering her on, and I've never seen that before in a female fight, like where the crowd was so into it, and it was the co-main. It wasn't like the main event.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm looking forward to some of these fights, man. I think the Taylor Serrano. But I haven't got your opinion on Oscar Valdez Stevenson, Little Penny. Who wins?
I've got Stevenson on that one. I'm also Stevenson, dude. Stevenson's 5'8", I think 5'8", 5'9". He's freaking tall, and Valdez is short. And not only that, Shakur Stevenson can box his ears off. I'm just thinking, if Valdez connects, I want to see what Shakur's punch resistance is. Is it like Linares, where he goes down easy, or is it sturdy, like say Floyd at 130, where, you know, if you hit him, it didn't really bother him too much?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That's a good fight, man. That's a real top end fight. I'm looking forward to that one. Definitely. That one's going to be a good. Hopefully, that one turns out to be a cracking fight. What others? So Ahmed's on. Ahmed, what's going on?
How are you guys? You all right?
Hey, Ahmed.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, man. Can hear you.
Are you all okay?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Little Penny's here. Makai's here.
Not bad.
Give me your thoughts about this Canelo Bivol fight. I know you want to speak about it.
You know, sometimes I think this fight's not going to get taken place with what's going on, man. I mean, I really hope that, you know, nothing comes in between this fight, because it's going to be a cracking fight and a 50-50 fight. And as far as the Charlos, I'm disappointed as the way you are with this guy he's picked, because Canelo told him to have a little round robin in it, you know, or something. But Charlo's gone and done the complete opposite.
Yeah, he's fighting nobody. Yeah, he's fighting it's not good. That's a terrible. I'm not too impressed, to be honest with you. I think it's like, I just think I don't know. I just think they're conning us as fans, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. How does he expect to land a Canelo fight though? Then, Canelo's already gone to 175, and he's not even fighting anybody credible at 160. He's not going to get the fight, is he?
No.
Maybe that's the point, Ahmed. Maybe they're preserving their so that they can fight Canelo.
Yeah, but Canelo told him to do something, and if he's not done it, then Canelo obviously, what's he going to think? He's going to say, "Nah, I'm not giving this guy a shot. He's not done what I've asked of him."
Yeah, that's true. But Bivol didn't do that. Who's Bivol for? Like, you know, I agree with you. I think they should fight one another. But I don't know. Maybe Canelo needs to stand up and maybe fight someone who, instead of like fighting someone who's undefeated, fight someone who's not undefeated but went through the gauntlet. You know what I mean?
No, but Canelo's all about legacy, though, isn't it? He's all about legacy. He's gonna fight the champions, innit? Bivol's one of the best options he could fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, Beterbiev, don't you think Beterbiev's a tougher fight than Bivol?
Yeah,
the two different styles. They're both as tough as each other in their own ways. And if Canelo was to beat Beterbiev and Bivol, man, I'd put Canelo above Andre Ward. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
If he beats Bivol and Beterbiev, you put him above. What about
Yeah,
if he beats
Andre-
Bivol?
If he beats Bivol, I'll put him level with Andre Ward.
Do you think Bivol is better than a prime Sergey Kovalev?
No.
50-50.
But Canelo's got
What
the
about
resume.
What about
Canelo's got a good-
Beterbiev? What about Beterbiev and Kovalev? Who wins
Uh,
there?
In the again, they're very evenly matched, aren't they? All three of them.
In
It's
that prime,
tough.
I would go with Kovalev, man, because he was tested.
Mm.
Kovalev.
But Imran, I think Canelo's got the resume to even be included in the same bracket as Andre Ward. In fact, he's already got a better resume than Andre Ward, to be honest with you.
No. I think what he's saying is at 168, 175. Ahmed's saying, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if he beats Bivol, you know, without the help of the judges, like Andre was saying, then I'd put him level with Andre Ward.
Is that what Andre Ward said?
So somebody just confirmed that on the chat. When I texted, somebody said, yeah, he did.
Yeah, where did he say that? Can someone get me a transcript of that, where Andre Ward said that, you know, he got that with the help of the judges? Because that's a bit crude coming from Andre Ward, who got a decision against Kovalev.
Yeah, true. He lost that fight.
You know
I think
Imran,
I think if they fought, right, Canelo and Ward, I do think Ward will beat Canelo because he's bigger than Canelo, he's a better boxer than Canelo. But Canelo's got the better resume.
No, but I disagree with you on that one. If he can beat Bivol clearly, and if he can beat Beterbiev clearly, then what's to say he could not be Andre Ward? At the moment, we are doubting him, which I'm doubting him as well. But if he was to beat them too convincingly, then who's to say he won't be able to be Andre Ward in his prime?
But Ahmed, whenever Canelo fought a slick fighter like Lara, Trout, Mayweather, he struggled. Even Danny Jacobs,
No. This is why I'm doubting him. These are all the reasons why I'm doubting him. But I'm saying if he was to pull them two victories off.
Yeah. Because Andre Ward he only took. He did take a risk, but it was calculated risks. You know what I mean? Like with Kovalev, he kind of got Kovalev.
To be honest with you, though, I don't think it was a calculated one because don't forget he was the crusher at that time. He was undefeated, had all the confidence in the world, had the punching power, had the movement, and you know that was a really good win round at that time.
Yeah, but the thing is, he lost to Kovalev in the first fight. Okay, he won the second fight, but there were some other guys at 175 that he could have fought, but he retired instead. Like Stevenson. There are a few others too. I can't remember Jermall. But I don't know. Like to me, Andre Ward is like I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw like there's this boxing channel on YouTube called HCP, and they were what's it called? They were ranking like fighters, and H Money was there too, and they didn't rank Ward that highly, like especially HCP because he retired prematurely, man, and he lost that first fight with Kovalev as well. I'll give him the Super 6. That was a great performance. I give him that.
Chad Dawson was a good win. Chad Dawson.
Yeah, but that was at 168, bro. He should have fought him at 175. I just feel
Dawson was a bit drained.
Yeah, I just feel like Andre Ward could have done more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He kind of it was premature, man. He didn't fight Stevenson as well. You know,
and then most of Andre Ward's biggest fights, he cheated, man, as well. Like they're very, very controversial and everything. So
he hit Kovalev in the balls too many times in the second fight.
Yeah, exactly. It's disgusting. Yeah, screw him, man.
But don't forget, some people could say Andre Ward gave the blueprint to Canelo to beat Kovalev because he targeted the body, didn't he? And obviously, Canelo, obviously,
But
when he
Ward
fought
didn't
him.
target. Yeah, but Ward didn't target Kovalev's body. He targeted his nuts.
No, that was towards the end, though. But he was in that.
I mean, Makai, in that fight, Kovalev was done anyway. Ward would have stopped him regardless, even if he did nuts or not, because Kovalev was kind of spent at that point, in my opinion. And Ward had him going. Before he hit him in the nuts, Kovalev was on the take. I mean, he was almost done. He got hit with a right hand and he was all over the place.
He got hit with that right hand that rocked him.
Yeah.
After Ward hit him lower a couple times, Kovalev even looked at the ref. He was telling him he's hurt. Yeah. So when you're hurt in the nuts and everything, you got hit there like 3 times. You're in a very uncomfortable spot and everything. And when Ward is going to throw a punch, Kovalev, he's gonna aim down to his body really, because that's where he was getting hit, and then he just got hit to the heads, and then it rocked him. It was a good punch, but Kovalev was in an uncomfortable situation because he was hitting the nuts like a few times, so it just wasn't. Yeah, that's why. If he wasn't hurt, let's just say that would never have happened. It was only like that because Kovalev was hurt, like damaged.
What Andre Ward should do now is say, if Canelo becomes undisputed at 175, he should announce that I'll come out of retirement.
No chance. He's got no chance. I don't think. I think Canelo would destroy him at this point.
Yeah, too inactive, man. That's too far out, bro. But imagine this: like Canelo, if he becomes undisputed at 175, he's undisputed at 168.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good resume, man. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, that's wicked. Yeah, you're looking at an all-time. Like Ray says that he doesn't think Canelo's an all-time great because he feels that the competition's not really there. It doesn't warrant it. What do you think, Little Penny?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with Ray with that. But the thing is, undisputed is undisputed, regardless of which era you're from. Kind of like Carlos Monzon. Remember the Argentinian guy in the 70s? He didn't have. I mean, who did he face? But he's regarded quite highly, not only because he was undefeated, but he was undisputed at that time at middleweight. So. No, I see with Canelo, but sometimes Canelo, there's a lot of haters on Canelo, but he's the one that's actually fighting the champions. He's not cherry picking like Tank Davis or Jermall Charlo. He's actually the one that's fighting the champions of the champions. So I can't hate on Canelo because and then he's gonna fight Triple G next, which is probably one of the most dangerous fights out there for him.
Not anymore. Not anymore, though.
Yeah, he's a tad old, but it's still like, look, you never know, Ahmed, because Triple G might come in there with a Juan Manuel Marquez type attitude when he fought.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling though he's gonna look bad against Murata.
Before I get excited about that fight, because obviously Golovkin, he's been out for a while now, and he's like 40. But if he looks good against Murata, then I'm excited for the fight again.
Murata's not that good though.
Here's the thing, guys.
He's not that bad.
If Murata chins Golovkin or Golovkin goes down and Golovkin don't look good or he gets hurt or whatever, that's gonna be a hard sell,
Yeah, true.
That's not gonna be an easy sell because people are gonna be like, this guy just had a tough fight with Murata. Canelo's gonna destroy him. That's gonna be very hard to sell, in my opinion. So I think they're taking a big risk with Murata fighting Golovkin. Golovkin's got to look sensational.
Imran, I don't rate Murata that highly. I think Golovkin will beat him.
Yeah, I think so, but it's how he beats him.
Yeah, true.
It's how he beats him because at the end of the day, we all expect Golovkin to beat Murata. But if he looks bad, then that's going to be a hard sell because people are going to be like, he's fighting a wash Golovkin.
Yeah.
Do you think Golovkin's washed?
Yeah, kinda. Because of his inactivity. He's 40 years old too.
Yeah, he is. He's old, man. 40 years old. It's It's old in boxing.
He didn't look
I
good
don't
against Danny. He didn't look good against Danny Jacobs either, and the one after that. Remember he fought another one after Danny
Oh yeah,
Jacobs?
yeah, Derevyanchenko.
Yeah, Darren, he didn't look too good on that one either.
Yeah, a lot of people thought he lost that
Yeah.
against
Do you think?
Derevyanchenko.
Do you think Golovkin could beat Bivol at 175?
No, not anymore.
I don't know, man.
No, not anymore.
Mm.
Maybe in his prime, he possibly if he moved up. Who do you think wins, guys? Golovkin v. Froch?
At 168,
Yeah.
you'd have to say Froch because Golovkin never moved. He hasn't even fought at 168 yet. And Froch is probably a bigger puncher than Golovkin. Right?
Yeah,
Man,
I don't
Froch,
know.
that's
I would favor Golovkin in that one.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, I just think Golovkin. I can't see. What do you think, Mackay?
Between Froch and Golovkin,
Yeah.
yeah, Golovkin. Yeah, definitely Golovkin. He's so much more technical. You know, he can box and everything. You know, Froch, he's not. He's got no fundamentals or anything, man. Yeah, I just see I see Golovkin giving him a boxing lesson. Really, I don't see him stopping him, but honestly, I see Golovkin giving him a boxing lesson.
Hey, Mackay, I'd love to see their gloves off where Froch shakes Golovkin's hand and he pulls it back. I want to see what Golovkin's
I don't think he'd do that to Golovkin.
Yeah, he would do it to Golovkin, yeah. But honestly, I don't think Golovkin would do anything if he done that. I mean, Golovkin, he's very calm. I mean, when him and Canelo faced off in the second and the weigh-in, Canelo ran at him straight into his face, and Golovkin didn't even flinch or anything. You know, he didn't show emotion or anything. Yeah, he's very calm with stuff like that.
Mackay, you know why? Because Canelo was angry at Golovkin because in that second fight, in the lead up to that fight, Golovkin had to go to Mexico, and Golovkin was saying to all the Mexican TV that Canelo cheated because it was taking steroids or whatever, like that. Remember where he tested positive? Yeah, he was saying that on Mexican media, and then the Mexican translator was translating it in Spanish, and Canelo didn't like that because in the second test he tested negative. But he was still saying that he tested positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember. Canelo, he probably had a bit of roid rage at the weigh-in.
That was a good weigh-in. I like that.
Roid rage.
I've never seen Canelo do that. Mackay, have you ever seen Canelo do that? I've never seen him do that. He didn't even do that against Mayweather.
Yeah, Canelo. He's always been very calm. Even with Plant. He did get angry, but I mean, I just feel Canelo was a lot more angry with Golovkin.
Yeah.
You could just tell by his face that he was pissed.
Because Mackay, that sort of allegation has actually impacted his career. Like, you have to say, like, with in terms of his overall career with Canelo, you have to take that into account that he did test positive. Because his contemporaries didn't. Like Mayweather didn't test positive, although he had the illegal IVs. Pacquiao didn't test positive. You know what I mean? So you got to take that into account.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always going to be a little stain on his legacy.
Guys, Burning Desire is asking who wins, Kell Brook or Josh Taylor right now.
Josh Taylor would brutalize him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Josh Taylor he's in his prime. You know, Brooks finished at this point.
Yeah,
I think people are looking too much into that Brook beating Khan when everybody knows Khan's so past it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's got his mojo back. He said.
I don't even think I spoke about you guys that fight.
You did. You came on the live stream and you were like, "Oh yeah, you did."
Oh.
Yeah, but guys, who would win, Jack Catterall or Kell Brook?
Catterall.
Probably Catterall.
Like, I think Kell Brook's got enough in the tank.
I don't know, man.
I mean, no, he can beat Catterall. Definitely, he definitely can. I don't see him being Taylor, but he can beat Catterall.
At 154, maybe, but not at 147. not at
Yeah, that's the
147.
thing. What you gotta realize is those are 140 pounders, so they're not gonna fight him at 150 or 155 or whatever he
It'll
wants.
be
to
at
fight.
140. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I would favour Catchable, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Brook.
But Mackay, I would love for Brook to pass the torch, the English torch, to Conor Benn. Like, be a sport, like what your contemporaries have done, like De La Hoya and Pacquiao, where they pass the torch to the next champion. He should do that. I would have a lot of respect for him if he passed the torch like he should, like all warriors do, to the next generation.
I mean, personally, I don't really care for that fight. I'd rather Conor Benn face, someone like a Venetian or a Mean Machine, someone like that.
You would sell though, Mackay. Brook.
Yeah,
Benn.
yes, no, it's definitely a big fight, but I'm not really interested in that fight. With Brook, I'm not really. I don't want to sound horrible or anything, but I don't really want to see Brook fight again either. I mean, Khan obviously not, but Brook. I mean, who can he actually fight now? Like,
Hey,
who actually is there?
Hey, Makan, Imran, and Ahmed. I don't think even Brook can fight Ben because Khan wants to get a step aside fee for the rematch clause. Like,
No,
so
he's apparently invoked the rematch clause, so he's doing it. He wants it again.
Oh God, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Brook's just looking for a payday now. He's looking for the biggest check.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, we got flipping Eubank calling him out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Eubank will batter him as well.
Eubank's too big for.
Yeah,
You're right, Eubank. He said, "Oh, I want the top 5 middleweights," but for the past month, he's called out Kell Brook,
Crawford,
and he's called out Crawford. Who else has he called out? He's called out someone else who's smaller than him.
Tank Davis.
Honestly,
Conor Benn as well,
and Conor Benn. Right? Why is he trying to fight little guys? What the hell is wrong with him?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And offered Brook good money for Ben, but I think Ben fight is bigger money for Brook. No, I just think apparently Kell Brook wanted 10 million for that fight.
Wow.
But you know what? Brook versus Ben. I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, I think Ben wins quite handily. To be fair.
Hey Imran, I heard that Amir Khan got 16 million and Brook got 10 million for their fight. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Oh no, that's not. No, I reckon he probably got about 6 million. 6 million.
What do you guys think of that Ben Shalom?
Yeah, he's all right. He's done all right so far. I don't really have much opinion.
Does
on
he
him.
when he talks? Does he not bore you a little?
Yeah, he does.
He's got a really he's got a really boring voice, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a bit boring. Yeah.
Like when Eddie Hearn talks, he's like it's like so bad. He's actually bringing the mood in when he talks, like making it exciting. Well, when Ben talks, you just want to turn it off.
Yeah. He's not cheeky. He's not cheeky either, like Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, he's just got no he's got no personality.
Yeah, and he doesn't say a lot of controversial things like Bob Arum. Bob Arum will just say stuff like,
that's why we love him.
UFC is watched by a bunch of skinhead white guys. Like he doesn't say stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that what you said about
UFC? Yeah. During the Pacquiao, Mackay, during the Pacquiao Cotto build up to the fight, they had a press conference in New York, and there was this MMA correspondent, and he started talking about how MMA is becoming more popular than boxing, right? And then Bob Arum said MMA is watched by a bunch of skinhead white guys in the octagon who are also skinhead white guys. and the guy,
Bob, he doesn't really care about what people think. That's why we love him.
Yeah, and the MMA correspondent said, "Oh, sorry, I take offense to that because I'm a white guy and I'm not a skinhead." And Bob Arum, I don't know, I can't remember. He said something else, and it's just friggin' hilarious. And in fact, at that time in 2009, it went viral. Like, because
Yeah.
YouTube was quite new at the time, and that
Yeah,
that was hilarious, man. It was hilarious.
Do you know Mike Coppinger? He's like a reporter for ESPN.
Yeah.
You've never heard of him? Right, yeah,
Yeah.
he said something. I think he said something about Bob, like a lie.
Called him
And
a
it was
prick,
at, it was at like some live event, yeah. Like he was like, again asked a question, then Coppinger asked, yeah, and then Aaron just looked at him straight away. He said, "Shut the fuck up, you prick!" just like literally shut him up. Like he didn't even get to finish. He didn't even finish. He said like 2 words, and Aaron went straight on him. Like it was the most funniest thing ever.
Yeah, that was that. To be fair, that was hilarious.
He's getting sued. He's getting sued at the moment by Bud Crawford.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I haven't actually looked into that because I don't want to look into. I don't. Yeah, those kind of things I don't really look into because it's just. I mean, what is it again? It's like races.
What do you guys think of like Saunders next? What next for Saunders?
He's fighting.
Do you think so?
No, I'm asking you. Is he fighting?
No, no, he's not fighting. But I was asking you, do you think he'll fight again?
No, probably not. But I mean, because apparently his manager said Billy's coming back. If he does, the fight. You know what? I wouldn't actually mind. Because I don't want to see him go straight into a tough fight because he would just lose. But there's Lerone Richards. I think he's just become ranked in the Ring magazine.
Yeah.
So he had a very good win. So there's that. I wouldn't mind that. Or Plant actually. To be fair, not Plant.
Nah, Plant.
No, I think Plant might be a bit too much for him now because Saunders, he clearly has not been training.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think he's been in the gym since he's defeated Canelo.
Yeah,
he got paid a lot for that Canelo fight, Mackay.
Do you know what? That's probably why It's probably why he might be coming back because he's probably spanked it. Probably spanked it on burgers or something. That's why he's so big.
Yeah. Go on. Are
you guys from Nottingham? Yeah, Mackay, Imran?
No. I'm from Leicester, close to Nottingham.
Yeah, I'm not from.
Okay, yeah. Because Carl is from Nottingham, right? Those guys. I think they went to the fight.
Did they go?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were there.
Oh right, yeah. It was a good fight, man.
Yeah, good finish too, man. That reminded me a little bit of the Cotto Margarito fight, the first fight where Cotto was dominating the first half, and then Margarito dominated him in the second half. There he is. A lot
of people were. A lot of people were.
Yeah, Carl said he was there. He was enjoying it. He must have been shitting bricks when he got knocked down in the first round.
Yeah, man. He looked out like I thought he wasn't gonna get up.
Yeah, that was a bad knockdown, you know.
And in the
I
second
thought
round,
he was gone. I thought it was over. I said after that, next couple of rounds, his legs were all over the place, right?
Yeah. Good on him for like recovering.
Yeah. He showed heart in that fight. Big heart.
Yeah, that 126, man. There's so many great fighters there now with Magsayo, Navarrete. Valdez can go down there. Can go back down from 130 to 126. That's Valdez's weight class, not super featherweight. Leo Santa Cruz is there.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of opponents there for him. Mickey Conley can have a rematch with him.
Then there's... What about Lara? What about Marissa Lara?
Yeah, man. That guy can punch, man.
That guy. Everyone says the same thing about that guy. That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
Who do you think Lara beats? Do you think Lara is the best featherweight in the world?
No, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be a bit biased here. I think Magsayo might be. Magsayo's got some heart, man, and
you think he beats Navarrete, Magsayo?
Yeah, Navarrete's tall though. I don't know about that one. I want him to fight Leo Santa Cruz. That's a more winnable fight. Navarrete, I don't know, man, because he's so long. And Magsayo doesn't have a long reach.
What about Wood? Let's talk about some of the British ones. Wood and Warrington. Who wins that one?
Ooh, yeah. You guys probably would know better than I do.
Honestly, just well, we need to see how Warrington looks because he can be very hesitant because of what happened. He might not be in the same because he clearly wasn't in the second fight. He had to cheat. So and Lee Wood, I feel he's got a lot of momentum.
Yeah,
He's got a lot
he
more
does.
momentum because he's got great. He had obviously he beat
Yeah, Kanzu.
Kanzu and Conlon. They're very good wins. He's got a lot of momentum on him.
Let's not forget, Mackay, that
He's a big
Wood,
guy, powerful.
Warrington has beaten Frampton and Lee Selby as well, which are
but is that Warrington still there? Because I feel Lara took that out of him.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, because Lee Wood, he's clearly the stronger guy. He's a lot bigger. He's shown to be battle tested. He's shown that he's got heart and everything. So that's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's the fight. I mean, that's the fight I want to see. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Conlon fight Santa Cruz because that's the fight he's calling for. I don't think that'll happen, but featherweight division's probably.
I want to see Wood v Lara. That's what I want to see, Mackay.
Ooh, yeah.
If you're asking me for the best fight I want,
yeah,
it's very hard, man, because obviously you've got Lara, the three best guys, Lara, Navarrete, and Magsayo. It's just between those three. I don't like either out of them if they fight each other. I don't mind, man. What was that?
So did you say the three best guys, Navarrete, Lara, and Magsayo?
Yes.
Yeah, at 120. Those are the belt holders.
No, Lara hasn't got a belt, but
Lara hasn't got a belt.
I'm pretty sure Lara actually is like second ranked though. Like he ain't got a belt, but I'm pretty sure he actually is like second ranked.
He should do though, man. That guy should have a belt.
Yeah, he should be fighting for the belt.
Yeah, he's I don't see how going off Saturday's performance. I don't see how Wood beats Lara.
Yeah. I don't.
Lara's got power, man.
I can't see how he beats Lara on that performance.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those guys beat Lara. By the way, I think Lara would only get beaten by Navarrete or Magsayo, possibly. I don't think anyone else beats him. I think he punches too hard. And even Magsayo, I don't think Magsayo's not a big puncher.
Oh, he knocked out Lee Seha.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is he going to knock out Lara, though? Do you reckon?
Magsayo will go for the kill, man. I don't know if he will, but
has he got the chin to take the punches from Lara? Lara's an animal.
I think he does have the chin.
Magsayo's never been hit by anybody like Lara. Let's be real.
I think it is.
Seha can punch, though. I do think that Magsayo is a little vulnerable to the body. If I took my Filipino hat off, I do favor Lara in that fight. But I want Magsayo to win, obviously.
Yeah. Lara's also, he's right. Kevin's right. Lara's vulnerable to the body. Lara just bashes you up. That's the thing. It's just if you can't get him out of there, Lara just beats you up.
Yeah,
he beats the crap out of you. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just can't see that guy being beat that easily. You know what? In order to beat someone like that, you have to be a pure boxer. Arasandi Lara type fighter,
or a Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, or a Shakur Stevenson. Those type of fighters.
Yeah, I agree.
When I look at some of these guys, I look at Magsayo, I look at Wood. They're not that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Warrington's definitely not that. If you fight Lara, you're dead. You ain't got a chance. Yeah. If you go toe to toe with Lara, you're in trouble. You're finished.
Yes, I agree.
And that's the problem. But the problem is, even if you look to box smart, he's gonna get to you unless you're an unbelievable pure boxer that can box a punch perfect fight. It's tough, man.
You know what's good thing about Imran? You know what good thing about Lara is he also is willing to fight away from home.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
doesn't want to fight like
Yeah.
in Las Vegas or San Diego or Mexico. Or, you know what I mean? If the fight is in Nottingham, he'll go to Nottingham and fight Wood.
Yeah. But like Carl says, he hasn't really got the profile. What did Carl say here? Carl said that he said Lara doesn't bring any profile. The next fight is at the City Ground, so I'm going for Warrington. That's more like Warrington. Like I prefer Wood. I think Wood will beat Warrington. But it makes more sense. It's a unification fight. Lara for me is too dangerous. It's too dangerous. There's nothing to gain for Wood, even though like he'd gain a lot of credibility. But it's a dangerous fight. Who would you favor, Little Penny, Lara or Wood?
Lara.
Mackay?
Lara, yeah, definitely Lara, man.
That
yeah,
guy's
that guy,
a beast.
that guy's a beast.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Wood though. Wood's definitely
Yeah,
got my
Wood's a good
respect.
fighter. Yeah, Wood's a good fighter. He's a
I
good
want,
fighter. Like, he's
I
proven
want
himself.
Lara Navarrete. That's the fight I want, but that fight's just
Oh,
not gonna
that's
happen because they're
that's
friends.
horrible.
Because I mean, I hate saying it, but yeah, as they say, see that they're sparring partners. They know a lot about each other and they're friends, so they're not going to push for that fight. Definitely, if Lara had a belt, then they would have to. But yeah, Lara has not, so they're probably not going to go for it, which is kind of gutting to hear because that's actually I thought that's the best fight in the division. Navarrete Lara, great fight.
Yeah, that featherweight
fight.
division. That featherweight division is heating
fire.
up. I hope they don't do what the lightweights are doing, where they don't fight each other. I hope these guys fight each other.
Yeah, but that's very different to the lightweights because the lightweights they've got a lot of hype on them. They're young and everything. They're just they're not really. None of them really all want to fight each other. They just want to get money. Then we've got Ryan Garcia. He's more of a TikTok star than a boxer. All the featherweights they don't really have huge profiles, and they're both very experienced. They're all experienced guys. They've been in the game for a while. They will fight each other definitely.
What about Chocolatito Villeneuve? Is that possible?
No, absolutely not.
Oh no, Inoue will kill him at 118.
Leave Chocolatito alone.
A better fight, guys. A better fight would be Donaire Chocolatito at 115 because Donaire can still make 115, but not at 118. At 118, Chocolatito is too small. At 118, Donaire will kill him at 118, especially with that left hook. But at 115, it will drain him a little, and I think that's more of a fairer fight. Donaire Chocolatito at 115.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, I don't want to see a drained, and I don't even want to see Chocolatito fight them. I want to see the Strada, the trilogy. Obviously, because I thought Chocolatito won that handily. I only gave Estrada like 4 rounds, so that was nice to see him get robbed. But it was, oh man, I love Chocolatito. He looked so good his last fight, man.
Yeah,
against Martinez. Like Martinez, like he just.
Hey, Mackay, I want to see the trilogy with Srichakat Sarangvasai.
Yeah,
because it's a draw.
Yeah.
Rungvisai battered him, didn't he?
With Rungvisai.
In the second fight.
The first fight, people thought Chocolatito actually won that. It was a close fight, but the second, obviously, what we saw what happened. Like Rungvisai, man, he's just a difficult matchup for someone like Chocolatito, because he's big, powerful.
Not anymore, though. Maybe Mackay, because he's a bit
inactivity and everything. He's a bit. Well, I don't think he's actually been really inactive. I think he's just been having a lot of 10-rounders, but we just haven't really heard about it. I think.
Yeah, and his wife cleaned him out too.
What was that?
His ex-wife cleaned him out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't fight for a while. He had some legal problems.
Oh Jesus.
Because he got caught cheating, as all boxers do, and his wife didn't like that, and he filed for divorce.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. How did I not know that?
What do you guys think of Boots Ennis?
What do I think about him?
But no, like what he's fighting Custon Clayton next, isn't he?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's gonna destroy him. Cassio Clayton. He's just another a small guy with stubby arms. I mean, come on, Ennis is clearly gonna win that. He's twice the size of him.
What do you think
He's
of
gonna,
Blair
he's gonna brutalize
Cobbs?
him.
Flair Cobbs?
But, woo!
Yeah, he's a clown, isn't he? God.
You don't rate him.
Nah. He's probably more hype than anything. He's like that that guy with the mustache. Remember that guy? I can't remember his name anymore.
I mean, he wants to fight everyone. I rate that, but he's annoying.
You know what? Boots Ennis should fight. He should fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's available. He just had a good win.
Yeah, I like that fight.
Yeah, but is Keith Thurman gonna want to fight him though?
I think Keith Thurman would if he gets paid well as well. I think he would, honestly.
Yeah, I don't personally think that they'd want to fight. I don't think. Why would you if you're? Yeah, why would if you're Boots, like if you're Keith Thurman, you're looking for the big dogs. You're looking for Spence, Crawford. You're looking for those guys, right?
Yeah.
Hey Imran, I reckon if Errol Spence wins against Ugas, I really think that Spence Bud Crawford fight will happen in December this year.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Is it too late? You think? Like if they did fight in December, is it too late, or is it still okay?
I just don't think it'll happen. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I've just gone past that point now, where
Yeah, same here. They
Yeah,
should have
like-
fought ages ago. Kind of
Yeah.
like Brook Khan in a way. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like it's
Man,
gone
it's-
past that, yeah. It's gone past that point now. Whereas, yeah.
Yeah,
was-
like AJ. Same thing with AJ Wilder. Like, man, boxing, man, it's like another one was Mayweather Pacquiao. At least the ladies, I like the ladies because they don't wait around, man. They just fight whoever's next.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I got a
Yeah.
lot of respect for Katie Taylor, man. She just fights, damn, man. Whoever's next, doesn't care who it is. Whoever's fight at 140, fine. I'll fight McCaskill. I'll rematch Pursoon, fine. No problem. Fight the best pound for pound fight out there, Serrano, fine. I'll fight it. I like that. Like, reminds me of Pacquiao when Pacquiao was younger. Just fight anyone.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah, like that. Canelo's doing that right now. He's
Yeah. AJ is kind of doing that too, even though at losses.
to be fair.
That's
to
why I
be fair.
like Wilder.
Yeah. What? Wow. Do you want to see him fight Wilder next?
Oh, sorry. I like AJ because AJ is fighting. Sorry, I meant AJ.
Do you want to see him fight Wilder next?
Oh
AJ.
yeah. I love that fight. It's a little.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that would sell out Wembley that would sell out faster than the White.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Wilder beats him though, personally.
Personally, though, I think Wilder's all wrong for him now, especially
Yeah.
how
But
AJ fights.
Yeah, I agree. I think Wilder.
Hesitant.
But if AJ follows that blueprint against the Ruiz rematch, he can beat Wilder with that game plan. You know what I mean? Where he's just
hard, man. That's hard.
Man. Wilder's got a very long reach, man. He just
Yeah.
needs to throw. I mean, when Pulev, when you see fighters throw a 1-2 at AJ, they mostly land. They mostly always land, really. I mean, Wilder, this is going to be someone who's 6 foot tall than him.
But Mackay, he is a one-trick
and
pony, though.
And the long, but I think that'll work. Honestly, I think that'll work against AJ. And AJ, he's very hesitant. He's not like he's not like the old fighter he was that would come forward and just try and beat the brakes off you. He's not really like that anymore. So that's why I think Wilder would win. Do I see it happening? Nope.
Mackay, had they fought when they should have fought, when Eddie Hearn offered Wilder that $120 million contract, I think that version of AJ, where he was still undefeated, he may have beaten Wilder at that time.